President Joe Biden has secured an important endorsement from the United Auto Workers Union. This reported by CNBC. The UAW is indeed endorsing President Joe Biden over Trump. A very interesting speech given by the president of the UAW, Shawn Fain. We're going to look at some clips here. And this is so obvious in the sense that Trump hates unions, and Biden is arguably the most pro-union president in the history of the United States. Biden, the only president to join an active picket line with striking workers. It would be indicative of brain damage for the UAW to endorse Trump over Biden. As if we needed an explanation, here is Shawn Fain giving a speech in D.C., Biden speaking after Shawn Fain. Let's listen.
UAW family, today I'm proud to stand up here with your International Executive Board and announce that the UAW is endorsing Joe Biden for President of the United States.
And why on earth wouldn't they, right? During this boisterous speech, Shawn Fain calling Donald Trump a scab billionaire who represents billionaires.
Donald Trump is a scab. Donald Trump is a billionaire, and that's who he represents. If Donald Trump ever worked in an auto plant, he wouldn't be a UAW member. He'd be a company man trying to squeeze the American worker.
Remember that wild incident where Trump went to a non-union plant, attacked unions, had non-union members holding up signs that said union members for Trump. The entire thing was an imaginary staged managed event. Shawn Fain didn't forget about that.
Now here's what Trump did to help the American auto worker in our 2023 historic stand-up strike now that he's running for president.
Right.
He went to a non-union plant, invited by the boss, and trashed our union. That's right. And here is what Joe Biden did during our stand-up strike. He heard the call, and he stood up, and he showed up.
I don't think it's an exaggeration at this point to say Joe Biden is the most pro-union president, at minimum, in the modern political era, if not of all time. And you can say, I wish Joe Biden were more progressive. I wish Joe Biden had done more on health care or cannabis or student loan debt relief. If you look at this objectively, I can't think of a more pro-union president, of a president more supportive of organized labor than Joe Biden. Joe Biden addressed the UAW workers yesterday and making this very clear, right? As if any of us didn't know about his view on unions.
To my dad, all anyone wants is just a fair shot. Just a fair shot. An even shot to be able to make it. That's what my economic plan is all about. That's what the UAW is all about. That's what your battle has been about. The days of working people being dealt out of the deal are over in this country as long as I'm president. Worker people are going to get their fair share. You've earned it. You fought for it. And you deserve it. So today I want to say to all of you, thank you. Thank you. I could not be more proud or more honored
Meanwhile, Trump hates unions. A funny moment from Joe Biden's speech. He mentioned how there are constant reports that under Biden, a recession, a disaster is just imminent. And yet we continue to get great economic news. By the way, as we were recording today, 3.3% annualized GDP growth last quarter, and year over year inflation down to 2.7%. We are now we can no longer say inflation is elevated. We are in the target range of 2 to 3%. And yet the doom and gloom predictions continue from the right, and Joe Biden pointing that out.
We all do well. It's called Bidenomics. If you notice, all the major economists who are talking about there's going to be a recession next week, next month, all of a sudden, they're seeing the Lord.
Yeah. And many of them are saying the Lord is Trump. In other words, no longer able to argue the stock market is in a depression. It's all terrible. The new line from the right is fine. The indicators look pretty good, but they look good because of the expectation that Donald Trump is going to be president starting 14, 15 months from now. It's quite a situation. And then finally, Joe Biden also addressing the sick and cynical nature of Trump saying he hopes there is a recession because it would play into his political benefit.
He came to office. By the way, the last guy said he's hoping for a recession. Because he does not want to be the next Herbert Hoover. He's already Herbert Hoover. He's the only president other than Herbert Hoover who lost jobs when he was president.
And of course, that is correct. Coronavirus certainly significantly to blame for the job losses seen under Donald Trump. So the most obvious endorsement you could imagine, Trump hates unions, Biden, the most pro-union president we've had. The UAW says we're endorsing Biden. That didn't stop Fox News from trying to say, well, why not? Why not Trump? You've heard me talk before about the show's financial accounts being hacked. It is a horrible experience. It can happen to anyone. Look at the stats, and our sponsor, Aura, gives you peace of mind. Aura is the all-in-one solution to keep your accounts safe. Aura scans the dark web for your personal info, emails, passwords, social security numbers, and alerts you if anything is found and helps you fix the problem fast. You also get alerts about suspicious credit inquiries. Aura protects all of your devices from malware with state-of-the-art antivirus, and Aura helps you manage what your kids can do on their devices with really easy-to-use parental controls. You can try Aura for free for 2 weeks at aura.com/Pacman. Your usernames and passwords could already be floating around. It takes just seconds to find out using Aura's free trial, so you can change your passwords if you need to. The link is down below.